and welcome back to the channel. Tonight I cannot sleep and something is really trying to get through to me. I don't know what. So with that in mind, I have decided to set up 2 of my tarot decks, and they will be accompanied by numerous oracle decks as well. So this way you can make a decision on what works best for you. So we have the 2 singing bowls, and I'll play them now. I'll do that when I get a little louder. Whoop. There we go. You can hear that, right? And then we're going to do the green. One more time. So whatever resonates with you more, and perhaps both, feel free to use that to guide you for which pile we're going to start with, probably the purple and then the green. So I'll leave the links down in the description for the timestamps. All right, so this is for those of you that chose the purple singing bowl, which pairs very beautifully with the Weaver Tarot. So we're going to take a look here and shuffle to see what comes out. It's interesting, they're actually feeling more sticky today than normal. So, immediately that felt like it should come out. And with this reading, like I mentioned at the beginning, I could not sleep, so I am completely at the mercy of whatever wants to come out and say hello. Seems like there's a story, so we have 1, 2, 3, and I'll see if there's anything. Oh, that one. We'll see what kind of story. Oh, that one was very excited to get out. Okay, I'll see if there's anybody else that's really calling out to me. Okay, maybe you. Oh, I see why that is. All right. So then, as always, let's reveal the cards that we have. So the one that came flying out, if I can get this to focus here, is the 2 of Cups. And then we have the High Sage, which is the High Priestess. And then we have the Star. We have the 8 of Cups. Oh boy, I really pulled a lot today. And we have the 7 of Cups. Interesting, okay. Then, okay, we have the 7 of Swords. And the Anchor, which I will have to look up what this is because they do use different terminology with this deck. All right, so I was able to confirm that the Anchor is the Emperor in this case, which is a very interesting contrast to how emotional this pull is and the amount of uncertainty that I sense from this, because we have the 7 of Swords, which is very commonly placed with trickery and deceit. And then we have the 7 of Cups, which is kind of like the concept of having a lot in your fridge and nothing to eat, or clothes in your closet but nothing to wear. It's this illusion that gives us perhaps an idea of having a lot of choice, but we don't actually act on any of those choices. And we just kind of sit in this illusion and get caught up in what could be. But I can see that there's a flow here. So we flow right from the 7s into the 8s because we have the 8 of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is very much about letting go. Often when I see this card, it is in association with leaving jobs, leaving, not usually relationships, although it can be, but often leaving things like friendships, jobs, certain aspects of structure, which is interesting to me with the Anchor, because the Emperor is such a strong signifier of structure. So it could be saying that you're about to restructure yourself. And I do see that this is kind of allowing you to go into, maybe right now you're in a space where you're stuck between logic and emotion. You've got two sevens here, both of illusion, one of logic and one of emotion, swords and cups. And then we go into the Star, we go into the High Sage and the Two of Cups, and these are definitely more, well, quite obviously spiritual. You have the Star, which is things coming together, hopes and dreams being realized, goals being reached. High Sage, getting to that point of emotional and spiritual clarity. And Two of Cups, which is my thought that someone will be coming into your life, whether it's a friend or a family member or a lover, who will be a result of the hard work that you've put into yourself. I also notice, I mean, there's so many different forms of imagery throughout the deck, but something that I'm definitely noticing is, perhaps I can show it a little more here. We start out with cards that have more sword-like imagery to them, and then the next four cards all have eye symbols, and not all of the Cups cards are like this, I believe. And we go from, you can see that this eye, the seven, has almost like a thorn crown around it, which is a limitation. But then with the next one, it has a sun or almost a star around it, kind of showing that there's growth in the vision or growth in your perception. And that really comes to fruition here, because then we see the star with an eyeball image again. Then we're not done. Then we also see everything come together. So you have a little bit of more of like a candle. I would almost say it's more of a flame. But then you have the eye symbol, the moon, like everything kind of coming together. And ultimately, you have this beautiful Two of Cups. So I see a transition between maybe a more structured or societally acceptable concept of self or life or work, going through the illusions of thinking that things belong to you that maybe don't, or don't actually serve you, and coming to that realization. And that I kind of get a sense of freedom, honestly. So I'm just trying to think of which decks to pull from. Naturally, I mean, Threads of Fate has quickly become one of my all-time favorite card creators. So they have an oracle deck that pairs beautifully. So we are going to see if there's anything in here that gives you more ideas for direction or theme, and then we will explore that. Oh, I see a few things flying out. I know that this card came out, but I feel this more, you know? I don't know. Okay, I'll listen to this. Do we have anyone else that wants to say hello? I don't really feel anything. Okay, so we'll pop those back. And let's see what we got. Oh, there were 3. I thought it was 2. Okay. Oh, there's 4. Well, there's always surprises. Okay, we have the Weaver, which is very interesting when you look at this imagery, if I can focus it, because you have the sword, but it's being wrapped by hands, which to me kind of tells me that you are redesigning your thought process or taking control of your thoughts, weaving around those thoughts, maybe taking control of more intrusive or impulsive thoughts. Connect to heart. You even have a little bit of sun imagery there, so I get the feeling that comes in around the time of the Eight of Cups, so whatever you end up deciding to let go of. Transmute. Look at the eye symbol with the sun. It's almost like we've seen this symbol already. Yeah, this tells me that I also kind of get the feeling with this card that whatever you might go through is probably going to be obviously painful, uncomfortable, confusing. But I think that it's important that you go through it because those experiences are what create the newfound you. And then apparently we have one more paradox. That gives me even more of an idea that the transition you're going through is almost a mirrored experience. So going from swords, logical thinking, to emotion, but I have a feeling it's two sides of the same coin. I'm very curious what that could be. I'm going to pull one more because I don't feel like there's too much that needs to be said, but the Divine Feminine Oracle is one of my all-time favorites, and I find that it has really beautiful, meaningful themes that you can embody with you. So we're going to see if anyone wants to talk to us. I already see quite a few cards. Oh, okay, well that's too many. You know what, maybe it's not too many. Whatever. It's not my determining. It's whatever's coming out that determines it, right? So let's see who we have. Oh, okay, I could see why that might be important. We have the Cosmic Egg, the original Divine Feminine. This is creating, birthing something new. So this transition will be big. It may be contrasting or mirroring, but it will be big. So we have that. Catherine Labourne. Oh, healing. So maybe this transition is almost like you learning how to heal or reimagining how healing works for you. And Inanna. Shadow work is usually included with her, Queen of Heaven and Earth. With here, they say, I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. Generally, when this card comes up, it's very heavily associated with shadow work. So I see healing and shadow work transition from heavy thought process to more spiritual light thinking. And you can also, I have to say as well, with all of these other cards, I noticed that the eye symbol slowly gets bigger with each image, which kind of gives me the idea that you're growing in your perspective. There's an expansion. Cosmic Egg also gives me that. So this is very beautiful. I hope that you're able to go through this gracefully. If you enjoyed this reading, please let me know in the comments. Likes and subscribes and all that stuff are very helpful for me. And if you want a more personalized reading, I do offer that. There'll be a link in the description. Hello, everyone. I hope that you're enjoying this lovely vibration from the green singing bowl. So, this will be your tarot reading today. We're going to get an idea using, as I always say, one of the most classic and important tarot decks for me, the Tarot of the Divine. So, like I mentioned in the beginning, I just can't sleep. It's 12 o'clock. I'm normally an early sleeper and an early riser. But, okay, where is that card? This one is too obviously stick me out. So like I was saying, I'm normally an early riser. But, oh, okay, that's coming right out. But I could not sleep and it just kind of, oh my god, okay. I'm going to see if that's willing to come out again. This feels right. I'm getting so distracted because my decks are so jumpy today. I just did the other reading and the deck was so jumpy and this one is so jumpy. And I am also feeling now so jumpy and I just can't sleep because something's going on. I don't know if it's the universe or I have no idea. I almost feel like this deck isn't done, but I just want to see what we have so far so that I know what I'm getting. Oh, this is a beautiful reading already. Let's see. Okay. So we have the Three of Cups. Love that. The Queen of Coins. Also love that. We have the Empress. Fantastic. Four of Coins. It's all right. Queen of Wands. Okay. and the Four of Wands. We have 2 fours, we have 2 queens. What is the story that is coming out? There's a lot of feminine themes. And yes, there's obviously the queens, don't get me wrong there, but when I look at 3 of Cups, especially in this deck, I often associate it with feminine friendship because obviously I'm a woman, so that's where it comes in for me. But what I'm kind of seeing, it's funny because there's so much positivity in it that it's almost hard for me to see a pathway or a message. I see friendships going well. I see having an established sense of security, a newfound fire and passion, but also a sense of nurturing and a sense of new home and community coming together. The only thing that I see possibly holding you back is maybe a fear. Maybe that's what this is about. Maybe this is all an experience that's actually very close to you right now, that you see it being possible, but maybe you don't want to believe it. You're holding your cards close, holding your coins close, and being just a little bit careful, trying to keep yourself secure and safe because you're not sure. But there's so much good energy here. I need more information. See, I told you, I knew that I was missing some information on what this is all about, and I don't know if I'll get it. Does this feel right? Yeah, it feels right. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. Okay, hang on. So I'm just plucking out all of the cards that were sticking out. Apologies if my microphone is not as good as it normally is. I'm a little angled, and like I said, I'm doing this in the middle of the night. It wasn't exactly my plan. It was whatever the universe thought the plan should be, and I'm okay with that. So we got the Knight of Wands, which is you need to take action, of course. We have the Hanged Man. I think this is what's making you hesitant. We have the Four of Swords. Again, I'm starting to see where the hesitancy is coming from. And the Page of Wands. There's this very interesting dichotomy in your reading where I almost have to organize it for a second because you have, how do I organize this? There's so many themes. Well, there's not that many themes, but there's so much happening. There's so much delight happening here. But you have 3 of the 4 cards. So if you're a numerologist, let me know what that means. But 4s can often mean a sense of freezing or being stable. And I'm noticing that. So I think that you're kind of... Okay, sorry. I'm getting excited. Your reading is great. I love it. It's very cool. I don't get readings like this for myself very often, so when I see it for others, I get very excited. You have the Four of Swords and the Four of Coins. Four of Swords getting very trapped in thought, and not in a way that's like anxious, but just kind of stuck, like you're not really making any decision. It can also be a period of rest, but based on all of the action here, I don't know exactly. It kind of feels like maybe you're resting, but you're also kind of using that almost as an excuse, maybe like, oh, I just need to rest more. I need to rest more because you know that you'll have to sacrifice maybe some of your energy in order to get this, because there's a lot of energy coming down here. We have Page of Wands, Knight of Wands, Queen of Wands. Those are all in order, like just bang, bang, bang. And it's not like the earlier stages of the Wands where there's the Ten of Wands, which is trials and tribulations and burdens. No, you're skipping right over that and into a powerful phase. And you end up having friends who I think will help guide you. I think you need to reach out to them more. I think you need to tell them, if you haven't already, about what's going on with you feeling resistant to whatever this change is that you're feeling a hidden passion towards. And I can also sense that you're a little bit insecure about finances. I wouldn't be if I were you. It looks like financial stability is still going to be completely available to you. And the 4s that you have of more instability or rest or no, it's not instability, maybe insecurity or stillness can be transformed into a way where you'll have a place to rest that is community, that is home. And I think something also to consider is you need to look for sisters and mother figures, and perhaps this transition also includes you being more of that, or brother and father figures if that resonates with you more. But just that sense of caring and community, and using that to push you into this next chapter a little bit more. You need to reach out to them because, yeah, I think you're stuck because perhaps you're not communicating that. Because Four of Swords can also be holding your tongue, and maybe, just maybe, you need to speak up. So I actually don't feel like, so I'm trying to determine which oracles to pull here. I was thinking it might be the Threads of Fate. I'm not feeling that anymore, so we're not going to do that. I think that the Citadel might be better suited for a little bit more of the themes that we're looking for. And this is also one of the new decks that I have been playing with, and just, oh God, I love this deck, you guys. You have no idea. Thank you again to the friend that bought it for me. I think about you every time I open it, and I probably always will. So let's see if there are any more themes or anything about this process. As I look at the cards more, it does feel like almost maybe you're an introvert, or you've been maybe you've been enjoying your alone time a little too much, and maybe that's what you're having to sacrifice. I could see it as that as well. Okay, well, these two made it obvious. So we have the Waker, if I can get that to focus, the Waker, which is awareness and reflection. Yeah, time to look at what you're doing. And the Witch, which is experimentation and rebellion. So time to have some fun. Time to stop overthinking, become aware of the habits you've been putting in alignment or lack of alignment for yourself, and start transitioning into a different experience. I'm going to pull a little bit more for you because I think it would be nice in this circumstance to have some kind of divinity role model, or someone that you can look at as guidance, and that's where the divine feminine comes in, as always. So let's see who wants to talk. I kind of feel that one. I actually really feel that one. Do I need more than that? Not really. Okay. Oh, it was 2. That's why. Oh. This is interesting. These are kind of motherly figures. I wonder if it's a motherly journey. Are you thinking about getting pregnant? Or someone that you know is thinking about it? Sorry, I'm getting excited and not sharing it with you guys. We have Teresa of Avilia, and we have a name that I can never pronounce. I've gotten this a few times. Anandamayima. I cannot. I'm sorry. The joy-permeated mother. I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes. And Our Lady of the interior life. I trust the answers I find within me. I know that the presence of love is real. You've been waiting. You've been waiting for something to give you the go-ahead. And hopefully, this reading might do that for you. But I think these are reminders that, well, you have to experiment and just accept that you won't always know. But I think a lot of this is just saying, hey, maybe it's time to take some action and just jump into it and know that you have the answer within you. Even if you're making mistakes along the way, that is helping guide you to understand your answer better. And sitting around waiting and protecting yourself and protecting your money, protecting your thoughts, this may limit you from being able to grow. So that, I think, sums up your reading for today. So if you enjoyed this, please let me know in the comments below. Likes, comments, subscriptions, all of those are obviously wonderful. If you want a more personalized reading, I will leave a link down in the description, as well as links to all of the decks that I use. So anyhow, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.